everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve here, and I'm on the V4 Speciale, hanging out with my good buddy Mick on this beautiful ZX-10RR, the special edition, and we're on our way to Pittsburgh, yeah, to do some cruising and hook up with some guys out there. Mick has the TaylorMade, I love that pop. He's got the TaylorMade exhaust on the ZX-10RR. Pretty nice bike. We can just cruise on the highway. We don't always have to be in SmackDown mode, contrary to what everybody thinks. So today, we're headed from filthy Cleveland to Pittsburgh. And we're just tooting along on the highway, minding our own business. We haven't challenged each other. We haven't done any SmackDowns. And as a matter of fact, cars are going faster than us. You know, we are tamed and civilized. And this is the perfect opportunity for me to talk to you about how the V4 responds and behaves when you're just riding it normally. Well, it's a great bike. It's very comfortable. You'd be hard-pressed to notice the difference between the V4 and the S1000RR as far as handlebar angle, the rake that your back is when you're on the bike, and overall comfort. The bikes are extremely similar, and that is a huge plus for Ducati. Because the previous Panigales, the 1199 and the 1299s, were brutally uncomfortable, mainly track-focused machines. And so I think it's really great that they appear to have taken some, or focused some of their energies into making this bike more comfortable for those that use it for commuting and things of that nature as we enter the great state of Pennsylvania. Yeah, my good buddy Mick had to stop and pay his tolls. I went through the easy pass lane and got a phone call from Stoner Way during the course of that, and I didn't even know that he wasn't with me, Mick, until I looked back and didn't see him. So I'm guessing he's way back there paying his toll, and then when I see his lights, I will take off. But there is a lot of traffic on this beautiful stretch of roadway today, a lot more than there usually is. So because of that, unfortunately, we can't do any SmackDowns. There he is. I'd love to smack him down, but he's not really good at SmackDowns. So working up on him right now would totally not be fair. I would have to give him like a 5-bike hit, and I don't even think I could tell him, hey, I'm gonna back up 5 bikes and you can take off. I don't think he would understand what I'm trying to do. So. Well, I think you can say that I got him. And I gave him like a 3-bike hit. So that answers your question. Can the ZX-10RR stand up to the mighty V4 Speciale? Fuck no. It cannot. But let's see what happens after my good buddy Brock gets his hands on that bike and tunes it. I think it'll put up more of a fight than it did right now. And I probably won't be able to give him any more hits again on the takeoff. Stay tuned. All right, so my good buddy Mick is on my Ducati V4 Speciale, and I'm going to test ride his ZX-10RR, give you my opinion on it. He'll also tell us how he feels about the V4. He's never ridden a Ducati, so he started out the first time. That's typical for people that aren't familiar. Well, first thing I can tell you is I hate the gauges. They're absolutely disgusting. But you already knew that. If you are familiar with my channel, I've been talking about these horrible gauges since the 2011 ZX-10 was introduced. And for some reason, they refuse to improve them. I read an article that stated that the engineers for the Z said they'd rather focus on performance than the gauges. That's fine, but we do love our TFT gauges and whatnot. Other than that, I'm in 5th gear cruising now. The power is just not the same as the S1000 or the V4 Speciale. It's just not as much power. I will say the throttle is very smooth. Yeah, and the brakes, exceptional. The brakes are absolutely really nice. You can feel that the moment you engage them. They're very grippy. Good power. Let's test the auto blipper. Auto blipper's nice. It definitely works. It's obviously not as smooth as the Ducatis. That has one of the smoothest auto blippers in the industry, but it does in fact work. Quick shifter works as well. So, you know, I mean, for what it is, for the price point, it's a pretty decent motorcycle. From the short time that I've been riding it, this screen and the front fairing is very low, so this bike doesn't seem like it was designed for a tall guy like me. You can see how I look just riding the bike. There's virtually no wind protection whatsoever on this machine. Unlike the S1000, the new 2017 and 18 Gixxer, and the Ducati V4, they all offer much better wind protection than this bike does. I'm trying to slow up here. Drop down in a second, which is usually our SMACKDOWN gear, and we'll see how this thing handles in a SMACKDOWN type of scenario. Well, as you can see, there is absolutely no wheelie at all. The front end does not lift up at all. Very interesting. And I'm wondering, is that because of lack of power, or is it because the electronics are just that good? I don't know. This bike does not have a dynamically adjustable suspension. It's a fixed suspension, so it doesn't soak up the bumps like the V4 does and the S1000 and even the R1M. As you can see, the front fairing, everything is really wide on this motorcycle. Reminds me of the older generation bikes that were really wide. Now, most of these bikes are extremely narrow. That's pretty unique. So I think the strong points for the ZX-10 and the ZX-10RR is definitely the brakes. Really nice and grippy brakes. That's pretty much all I can really say good about the bike. The things I can say that are bad about it are the horrible gauges, the lack of wind protection for taller riders. It seems like there's a lack of power. Even though this motorcycle has its ECU flash by Don Gould, it still does not seem like it has full power. My butt dyno gives this bike a reading of about 173 horsepower at the wheel, whereas that bike right now, as it sits, yeah, he loves it. It has 100 and the high 190s, close to 200 horsepower at the wheel. So there's a big difference between these two machines. All right, so we just had a delicious lunch at one of my favorite places, the Oven. And my good buddy Kenny and Logan pulled up. Kenny's on the Super Duke with the Austin Racing. Huh? Going straight to the gas station. Yeah. Yeah. So Kenny's on his beautiful Super Duke with the Brembo brakes. Austin Racing exhaust. Let's hear it. Wow. What the fuck? That's loud. That is loud. No way. Now that is the loudest bike I've ever heard, period. Well, if it's not the General Lee, Bo and Luke Duke, General Lee. Cruising in downtown Pittsburgh with my good buddy, Logan, on his 2015 S1000 RR Motorsport stock. I don't think he wants to dance with me, and if he does, I'll spot him several bikes. Since he's still stock, but anyway, we're having a great time here cruising around. Got him. Thanks, Sternaway, for training me to beat your fellow S1000 riders. I appreciate it. I guess it's not really fair whooping up on my good buddy on his stock S1000 since I'm all modded out and stuff, but he keeps toying with me. That's how we're doing it. That's how we earn respect for the V4 Speciale. One day, one state at a time. Today, the kind folks in Pennsylvania have learned a lesson. Who's next? The District of Columbia? Virginia? Massachusetts? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. 5 up. You have to put this exhaust on your Super Duke, man. It just sounds wicked. Cushardio, hats off to you, man. This thing sounds unreal. 1300cc V-twin motor with a tiny exhaust like that. It's just sick. But it's not overkill. It's not disturbing. It's just pure sweetness. I wouldn't really call that a fair SmackDown. I mean, it was a Super Duke, but in all fairness, it does have a 1300cc engine. $1,300cc Super Duke versus the 1100cc V4, huh? He's funny. Kenny's my good buddy. Awesome bike. They're just in two different segments. That bike is really great for the super naked segment, and of course, this bike is the king of the hill for the sport bike segment. We're gonna get the heck out of here, behave ourselves for the rest of the journey home. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button. New videos are always uploaded to the channel. Stay tuned for more. As always, thanks for viewing. Much more content coming. We're gonna get that ZX-10RR blocked out, hooked up, and it's gonna be super fast when we're done with it. Don't you dare worry. It won't be getting embarrassed by the V4 Speciale for much longer. Alright, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel by clicking subscribe. New videos are always uploaded. Stay tuned for more. As always, thanks for viewing. We'll catch you next time on the 650E YouTube channel.